Hey guys, Frank here and welcome in our studio in Emmeloord. Today it's all about one of those things that oozes energy, that oozes oomph, right? Black and white photography. Now, when I look at movies, we all look at movies for mood and atmosphere, right? So when you create a movie, people spend a lot of time in tinting that movie. For example, The Matrix. Everything that's in The Matrix is a little bit greenish. Everything that's outside the Matrix looks normal. And that's because the look of an image can influence what people feel about that image. And with black and white photography, for me, it always is that power. So when I shoot black and white photography, I want to have something that has high contrast, high impact, and that just looks like oomph, like power. But it doesn't mean that it always has to be like that. It's very much depending on your mood and on your taste. For example, I love high contrast images, but maybe somebody else likes broad lighting. So in this class, we're going to start out in a moment with our model, Claudia, in the studio, and we're going to go through the different lighting setups in the same backdrop. I'm going to use broad lighting, then I'm going to change to a smaller light source with a honeycomb grid, so it really narrows the beam of light towards the model, and then we're actually going to go for a more creative look. But in the end, for this whole class, you have to realize that the theory, that's of course 100% accurate. That's simple mathematics and nature, right? It's how light works with the inverse square law, the edge transfer, etc. However, the other part, and that's also very important in photography, is of course creativity. And creativity will vary hugely between people. What some people find amazing, other people will go like, nah, that's boring, it doesn't really look interesting. So always remember to split those two. The theory part, getting your images right in camera, making sure that you understand the technique and know how to work your camera gear, and of course the creativity. Now the first thing you have to realize about black and white photography is that it's not just simply taking out the saturation of your color. In the old days, when we shot black and white film, I never shot black and white film, by the way, in the old days. I did it as a hobby later on in life, but when you shoot film, you actually commit the moment you choose the film. So for example, if I shoot Kodak T-Max on 1600 ASA, that's the look that I'm going for. And now on the camera, I can still use a filter, for example, a red filter. And that's the trick.
You've learned why black and white photography starts long before editing. In the complete masterclass, Frank walks through every lighting setup, camera technique, and creative decision behind these portraits. Continue learning with the full black and white model photography course on Photowhoa.